Ooh. Hey, good people of our, come on, Felicia. Can y'all see me and hear me? I am in a whole nother location, child. I'm in a discreet location. Hold on. I need to be able to, so all of my setup is at my home. And so what I'm going to do is, ooh, 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 what I'm, ooh, okay. What I'm going to do, come on, discreet location. Yes, I see you, Felicia. Hold on. Let me change chairs. Give me 1 second. Oh, I feel lifted. I like being more lifted. Up above my head, I feel music in the air. Okay, I feel a bit more lifted. I need some of my color back. Oh, the ghetto. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Oh, okay, and we're here. Okay, bring some color back. Lord, Jesus, I move so fast. That's all I need, Felicia. That's all I need. How are y'all doing? How was y'all's Christmas? Okay, I see you, Shanique. Make sure to send me your full birthday, Shanique, as well, please. Mine was great. How was yours? The bold colors are a vibe together. Thank you. Listen, I said I got to give it up. It was good. Thank you. I am, I spent it out of the state with my man. Excuse me. We're in a very much a winter wonderland. We're in a discreet location in Minnesota. So it's cold, okay? In a winter wonderland. But it was phenomenal. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And we're grateful. Aren't we grateful? We're grateful in this season. Hayaraboshatai. I'm grateful to be in a season, to have been in a season of season being. And have not I been and have been you. Come on, confusion. She sucks. The wind of God. Okay, let's see. So I'm starting with Felicia. And then I'm going to slide on over to Shanique. And we getting this popping. Let me confirm some math here. And we're gonna get into it. Make sure this is right. Jesus. Jesus. Yes, I'm gonna put this right here to the left. Excuse me, let me just get this situated. I'm so sorry. I have never streamed part and parcel on my cam on my phone and here, so I got to reorient this. All right, Felicia, let's go ahead and get into it. Global beat she tie shondo. Ishke tie global beat be shy she die. Okay, let's get into it. So, as we know collectively, everybody, 2026 is going to be a strong year for everybody. And it's going to be a strong year for everybody because 2026 is a year centered in the number one universal energy. The number one universal energy is found by 2 plus 2 plus 6, right? 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 6 comes to 10, which lets us know that the universe will be attuned to a frequency of 1. And that is a number that focuses on new starts, new beginnings. That is a number that focuses on the individual. That is a number that focuses on the ego, correcting, shifting the ego. That is a number that is of the trailblazer. All right. That number is centered in identity. All of that will be on fire next year. The moment we cross, matter of fact, we have been in a shadow period. Some of us have been seeing that these past 3 months, calling to identify you as an individual, your individual path. All right. All of that energy is since October. Those little tidbits of things coming up and coming up and coming up, right? Now we're in the fullness of it in January. And that's going to govern us from January through December. Okay. So that is affecting everybody. So we need to know this because when we start to look at your individual number and your personal year, you got to know that that is underneath the umbrella or the covering of that one. So Felicia, you have been this current year, you've been in a 7 personal year. 7 focuses on secrets coming to the surface. 7 focuses on the intuition. 7 puts you in solitude. 7 separates you from the noise. 7 forces you to see the things that you would rather not see but had to see. 7 is also connected to mystics. 7 is the number of the sabbatical. 7 is very analytical. 7 forces you to stop looking without and start really searching within. Okay. I also want to tell you this. The only relationship that we're ever having is the relationship with ourselves. Okay. The only relationship that we are ever having is our relationship with ourselves. So, if you have experienced a breakdown in a relationship, the beneficial perspective is what has been done to me? How have I been doing that to myself? Or if something has went astray and went on for so long, what does that say about how I treat myself by way of what I allow myself to endure? Understand that? So that's very important for us to get as we transition to your personal 8th year, which is this 2026 for you. When you got a personal 8th year in a universal 1 year, Felicia, this is some serious business going on, okay? Because the world is beginning a new cycle, checking identity, and you are being offered, tested, and in the spirit of power and material wealth. Okay? So, authority. 8 governs authority, money. 8 governs leadership. 8 governs structure and consequence. and mastery over the materials. Hold on, y'all. I need to let me get my chapstick. I'll be right back. Whoop. Excuse me. Trying to get my chapstick. All right. So the spirit is going to ask of you, can I trust you, Felicia, with more? Can I trust you with the amount that you have been asking for, with the opportunities that you have been praying for? Can I trust you with that? Okay. So what 2026 is gonna feel like for you, it's gonna feel heavy, not of sadness, but of with responsibility. Come on, I am safe with more. Mhm. It's gonna feel heavy, but it's gonna be feel heavy with responsibility because all right, all of this stuff and yeah, this is now. Now I'm gonna have to get it. Okay. It's gonna feel demanding because let me tell you, 8 is a year of abundance, but it is abundance that you get by way of your effort. And that's the thing. People wait for the 8 and they're like, oh, the money gonna flow in and stuff. Absolutely. With your effort. So that is a clear, clean distinction that we need to have. With my effort. What you work towards, Felicia, in 2026, you shall get because that is an 8 year. All right. It's going to be a very result oriented year. All right. That's the nature of the 8. Okay. And so, it's also not a shortcut here. So I want you to be very mindful of people, opportunities. That's like, nah, you don't got to go through this, that may not be morally right. Right? Listen, sometimes you do have to rob Peter to pay Paul. Sometimes you do have to be like Peter, who that Peter and still for the rich into the poor. Uh-oh, my sound is weird. Hold on. Do I sound better now or no? Oh, and I don't even see my sound. Okay, do I sound better now? Let me know if I sound better. Lord, Lord, keep me day by day. Do I sound okay? Okay, got it. I don't know what happened. Let me check my stuff. Yeah, yeah. Let's just we're not trying. Just let us hear everything. Edit mic settings. Echo cancel. Okay, so I sound. Do I sound audio? Okay, I think I fixed it. I had to. I was changing the mic setting over here on my computer for this, and I kind of messed it up. Now I'm good. I think it was me, Felicia. Much better. Okay. Be shy. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So, like I said, it's gonna feel. Oh, when I talk about the shortcuts, that's what I said. We're not taking no shortcuts. All right. We got to go forth and forward. And just it's a work year, but it's a work year that yields results. And that's what we got to keep at the forefront of our mind is that it's going to yield results. So I also want to say that it is a karmic year. So, well, 8 is a number of karma. And what I mean by that, it's not always punishment. It is stuff that we haven't dealt with, forcing us to deal with it. Okay? Yeah. All right. That's the 8 year. So whatever you have been avoiding financially, professionally, structurally, it will demand your attention. That's the 8 year. Heavy. Oh, I said responsibility. Yeah, I said it's gonna feel heavy, but heavy because it's gonna be filled with responsibility. Because your success is dependent upon your effort. So it will feel heavy just because of that. All right. I said it's going to be a demanding year and it's going to be a result oriented year. All right. So if you look in the space of career and money and status in an 8 year, as I said earlier, it's the results year. Best uses of your energy is stepping into leadership roles, pushing into your entrepreneurship, right? Really going for it, making serious financial decisions. That's a part of that 8 year. Serious financial decisions. All right. 8 also is great if you're wanting to expand a business. Mm, that's excellent for the 8 year. If you also have found yourself mismanaging your finances, this is the time to correct that. 8 is a great year for new contracts. All right. And anytime, even if you're thinking about doing something that's gonna work towards a long-term security, all that is 8. All right. So money is gonna flow in accordance to your discipline and your integrity. All right. Earn money. Earned. That's right. Yes. So I want you to be double checking. We got a couple more days before we enter into this. I want you to be double checking. Let this month in January, 'cause that'll be a 9 personal month, be your double checking and getting clear on your foundation, making sure all that is on point because with a solid foundation, 2026 can be extremely prosperous. All right. I want to talk about your relationships. Let me tell you, 8, because it is the number of power, is going to reveal power dynamics. So, you're going to see relationship themes like control versus respect. Okay? Mutual responsibility. Who is carrying the weight, right? And where is there an imbalance here of responsibility? Healthy relationships are going to feel structured, they're going to feel supported. The unhealthy relationships are going to feel transactional and heavy and exhausted. So at the center, you got to ask yourself, is this equitable? Because only the equitable is going to stand. Only the equitable is going to stand. Okay? And it's not even much we can do about it. It just is what it is. If you've been giving and giving and giving and doing, and the other person has not been giving back, this is friendships too. Friendships, uh, romantic relationships, business partnerships, family ships, and all relationships, all right, is this equitable. Because 8 is a year that comes to strictly for the business. We're not playing no games with the 8. Is it equitable? So that's on the relationship forefront. Know that if a relationship ends, it's because it wasn't equitable. So you was not getting what you deserve to get out of the connection. Okay? I want to talk about the spiritual assignment and then what your medicine should be to keep that 8 in balance, not imbalance, in balance. The assignment of an 8 year spiritually, right? We know about the material, get the money and do the work and get the success and the this, that, and the third. But the spiritual assignment is an assignment on ethical power. So spirit is going to be watching very closely how you handle authority, how you use your influence and the power that you have, how you treat people with less means and less power, and also how you manage your resources. Ancestrally, 8 often activates wealth wounds. So this year can also heal generational struggles around survival and money and authority. All you have to do is handle it consciously. So, is this equitable? Is what I'm doing ethical? You keep those 2 questions at the forefront of your decisions, and all will be well. Yes, it does. Wealth wounds. Mm-hmm. And so, excuse me, if you have emotions and feelings and struggles and things that come up, like, where is this coming from? That's coming from an ancestral place. Okay? So be mindful of that. And so, as you're being ethical, you also have to understand that this is the ancestors who were done wrong financially. Okay? These are the ancestors who were not treated ethically, who were abused by power, right? Emotionally and or financially. Okay? So that is also why it is your responsibility to live and do right. Okay? So, um, 8 is also, since 8 is so business minded and so direct, I need you to be mindful of you being harsh. Because 8 can be harsh towards yourself and towards other people. Because 8 is so business and results. Be mindful of that. But the medicine for you is going to be intentional rest, since it's so effort and so work. Putting in your timer, in your schedule, intentional rest. Okay? Medicine for the 8 is also delegating tasks. You don't got to do everything. All right? Let other people do it. Delegate, 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 delegate. I don't got to do this. You know how to do this. Why am I doing this? You do this. Okay? That's also 8. Um, I will also say remembering that you have a worth that is greater. How can I say this? Your worth is beyond your productivity. Your worth is beyond that. You don't got to be productive to be worthy. You don't got to be productive to be worthy. You're already worthy. Your productivity is helping your progress. It has nothing to do with your worth. That's right. That's right. All right. So this gonna be a power activation year. Handle it well, Felicia, so you can elevate your position. Okay? Thank you, Felicia. Your worth is beyond your productivity. Okay, I got Shanique. Now, ain't that good? My worth is beyond my productivity. Yeah, that's good. We ready for the business and for the elevation. So 7/4/1997. Come on, 1997. Shanique, are you here? Shanique, are you here? Oh, I see you. Right. All right. You're welcome, Felicia. Let's get into it. So, 9 years. So let's see. All right, so Shanique. So let's get into it. So come on, 7/4. Woo, yes. Let me just go ahead and tell you about Shanique. You came through that seventh birth gate. So that means you are very analytical. You also need your alone time. All right, got to have it. Sevens are, honey, their social meter, their social battery goes down quickly. So they need their alone time and to refuel themselves. Yes. You get told that often. It's true. It's true. 4, you're also somebody, you like order, you like stuff to be on point. 4, also, you're typically the reliable one. Everybody wants it, you're the pillar. Everybody wants to lean on you. Mhm. Leaning Everybody want to lean on you, and that be half the problem. That's why your seven is like you need to get out of here. Ain't that a long time? It is critical. Hmm. And then that four makes you take on, and you got an eight too, so that makes you take on responsibility for other people's stuff, and then you also make yourself responsible for the outcome. So you be feeling more down bad than the people feel down bad about their stuff. So let's get into your year. So as I said, 2026 is the number one year. So a lot of folks are getting new starts, right? And so that's even Felicia when I was telling you, right? That number one, new starts. How can you do all that stuff we said with that eight differently? What's the new thing? So it's a new start, new energy, Shanique. It focuses on the identity. It focuses on the self, right? So when you have that, and then your personal year, Shanique, is a three personal year. So this year has been a two personal year, which has more than likely been a very reflective year. A very emotional year. Two tends to have you in deep self reflection about your emotional body, about how you feel. Heavy tapped into your emotions. Heavy having to do with partnerships, with your interpersonal relationships with other people. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 9 year, some of the ways that you have been with other people, in relationship to other people, or relationships you have with people have come to a close. Because the 9 year does that. Okay. And you've had to get clear about there's a universal principle that says your internal environment projects to your external environment. Okay. So you said they did. Because where's the lie at, y'all? Is the lie in the building with us? Have you seen the lie yet? Is the lie in the building with us? Me not seeing the lie yet. Come on, Caribbean. All right. So now that you got clear about that emotional body, clear about how you feel, also let me say this. As I said, the internal environment projects to the external environment, right? So what you saw out here is a reflection of what's been going on in here. So sit with that. And when you elevated yourself, grew, learned something else, if something out here fell apart, it's because it no longer resonated with what's in here, which is a sign of your growth and your development. Okay. So this year is going to be a three personal year for you. Three centers the voice, three centers joy, three centers your self expression. So when you have a 3 year and a universal 1 year, the whole world, as I said, is starting and beginning again. And your soul, Shanique, is meant to give that beginning language. So you'll have a new start as well. But you're going to give it language. You're going to give it style. You're going to give it expression, right? You're going to say the things that you've been needing to say. And you're going to use your voice more than you have in the past. And let me double check this. 7, 4, 8, 1. So next year is going to be a big year for you because your divine mission number is a number one. When you have a divine mission number one, it speaks to your destiny to be a trailblazer, to be an individual, right? To be at the center of your life. And so the universe is going to be in agreement with your divine mission. So that means your voice, your expression, your creativity, sharing, teaching, how you articulate emotionally, your visibility is gonna aid in revealing your divine mission on this planet. So next year is a big deal. You are not meant to hide. I'm sorry to your seven, but you are not meant to hide. You're not meant to perfect your seven, and that four also likes things to be perfect. And you are not meant to over prepare either. The 3 year is meant for you to express. So you're going to be expressing yourself emotionally, creatively, um, saying things that you've been needing to say. 3 is also a year of joy. So I would say if this 9 year, this past year has, or this current year has felt heavy, next year is going to feel lighter than the past years. Perfect. And let me tell you something. This year is going to make sure that you do that. Mm-hmm. It's going to make sure you do that. Okay? So it's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel more social. All right? Your mind is going to be more active. Okay? You know, your creativity is going to be active, and creativity can show up in so many ways. Creativity can express in problem solving. Creativity can express in how you dress, right? It don't necessarily have to be you doing artwork. Could be not. But all of it is expression. Okay? And you're going to find that your words are going to come a lot easier this year than it has before. When other years you may, take longer to say certain things or really understand or express how you feel, the words going to come easier. Your ideas are going to be alive. You're going to have a desire to speak and to write and to post and to perform and share. It just becomes unavoidable. And it's great because the seven that you have tends to choose quiet as a survival method. This year is going to break that pattern. Okay? If I go and I look at your career space, that's interesting. 3 is a visibility year. So, more than likely, this is a year of promotion, of expansion, and of you being at the forefront. Okay. Do you currently are you in a career field right now? Do you have a job, or tell me what's going on in the career space for you right now? Okay. You just lost your job. I understand. Um, did you enjoy that job? Jesus. Right before Christmas. Lord, now Merry Christmas to you. Now you said now that makes sense. You were in a month for dramatic change. Was that a stagnant job for you? Because when you have a 5 month, um, if you're in a 5 month, let me tell you that 5 month says uh this is a stuck place and you cannot stay in a stuck place. And it forces a movement. It forces a movement. So You said no. It was working with all men, and my boss was white and a micromanage. So a stuck place. So the spirit had to do that to move you because your four would keep you there because four is about stability. All right. So you had to be moved. This is not a year of financial suffering. Okay. This is not a year of being shut out. So I need you to look at you not losing your job, but being removed from a stuck place. That's what that was. It was a job, not a career, right? It was a job. It was a trap. It was a rock and a hard place, honey. It was a stuck place. And so it was not top. It could not. If this universal year is a one, mean new start, you cannot start this year new in an old stuck place. So that's what that was about. But let me go ahead and give you some encouragement because three is a communication year. Your money flows through your voice and what you say. You go on interviews, you'll be successful and get your job. That's not a problem. But what I want you to do is what is a career space, a job space that is most in alignment with how you express, with who you are as a person. What is the thing? Let me ask you, what do you want to do? If you could do whatever you wanted to do and money was not an option, it didn't matter. What would you do, Shanique? Because, uh-huh, what would you do? You said traveling, healing, clinical psychology. Okay, come on, clinical side. That sounds just like a seven. Wanted to get down to the understanding. People this year are going to be drawn to how you say things and what you say, not what you do. Okay? So I need you to go in the direction and look for jobs in the directions of this. Okay? And what you want to do. Because we're shifting out of the survival. All right? Your money's gonna flow when you stop hiding your voice. Speak, share, okay? Talk. You go on those interviews, and if it is a job that is gonna expand you, you're gonna get it. 3-1, January be a number 4 month. So that's a great month for stability for you. 1 year, 1, 2. Yeah, that's a great month for stability for you. And February will be a 5 month for dramatic change. So you will have January and February. You won't get out of February without having a job. Okay? Um, January, stability. These first 3 months are not perishing months. 4 is stability. 5 is movement and change. 6 is responsibility related to the home, which brings about promotion and things like that. So you're going to be more than all right. But this is the time that we need to turn our frequency to what we actually want to do. We got to turn the frequency to that. Okay. We got to turn the frequency to that. So we can expand in things that we want to do and not just in the things that we think we have to do. Okay. So you're going to be more than all right. Your relationships, because three is so communicative, your relationships is going to center communication and also emotional honesty. So this year's going to bring you some new friends. All right. Some playful energy. It's not a serious get married year. Okay. Very playful, very fun. Three is gonna cause you to have clear conversations. You're gonna not be interested in confusion. We need to be very clear what's going on. And your connections that feel mentally alive is gonna be the ones that you lean into. Anything that silences you or you feel like you can't be your full self is gonna be problematic for you, and it's gonna feel unbearable. You gonna feel like I cannot handle this. Okay. Any relationship where you can't be yourself, you're gonna be like, oh baby, this is the child. It's a wrap. I know Christmas is over, but this is we still rapping. It's a wrap, baby. So think about it. Think about the relationships you got right now. That's like you are forced to be a half version of yourself. Sweetie, it's gonna be chopped. Okay? That's just the truth. So your spiritual assignment, we see the material assignment, but the spiritual assignment is you gotta express your truth freely. The spirit is going to move through words, through stories, through music. You're going to get messages through overhearing what people say. I need you to be very sensitive to who is in your ear, who's talking to you. Make sure that you don't be listening to any old body, that you're very discerning with who you listen to. Because as much as three can be fun and this and communicative and true, three can also be distracting. Okay, so much fun that you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. All right. So teaching moments, creative outputs are centered in the three. So spirit moves through those things, through laughter. Ancestors often push threes to speak because the silence of your seven, the silence has run its course. So I'm gonna tell you that what you say this year is going to land farther than you realize. So you need to pray out loud. Oba Shaddai. You need to speak your manifestations and affirmations out loud. All right? Because that's what's going to connect with your atmosphere. Okay? So you're going to have a lot of joy this year. Just remember, Shanique, to anchor it. Because if we just having fun without an anchor or an intention, we just end up making noise. And noise is distracting. Okay, Shanique, thank you. You're so welcome. Okay, is there anybody else on the YouTube that would like a 2026 reading? Because if not, then I'm gonna slide over to the clock app. Because my phone is only allowing me to do so much. Okay. I'm gonna slide over to TikTok. My phone like, bruh. Okay, going once, going twice. I'm sliding over. Peace, peace, YouTube. I'll holler at y'all.